Hello everyone, I am Kalyani, yoga therapist and prenatal yoga teacher. Welcome to the fourth and final video of our prenatal yoga series. If you are joining me for the first time, I strongly recommend watching the first three videos where we discussed safe movements, supine practices and daily prenatal care in detail. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss future weekly wellness videos. Today, we will summarize the entire prenatal yoga journey and focus on very common yet powerful practices. What to do, how to do, when to do, and most importantly, when to avoid. Before we begin, today we will look at 3 commonly practiced asanas but with correct awareness. Pregnancy is not the time to experiment. It is the time to practice mindfully, gently and safely. Gentle asana practice, do's and don'ts. Let us begin with butterfly pose, also known as Bhadrasana. Sit comfortably on the mat, bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to gently open outwards. Hold the ankles, keep the spine upright, shoulders relaxed. You may gently flap the knees or stay still, depending on comfort. Butterfly pose improves flexibility of inner thighs and pelvic muscles. It increases blood circulation to the pelvic region and helps prepare the body for labor and delivery. This posture should be avoided if you have stitches, if there is a history of miscarriage, if there is cervical opening or weakness. Scientifically, excessive opening of the hips can increase downward pelvic pressure, which is unsafe in such conditions. Next, we move to a very gentle version of Ustrasana, suitable only till the end of the second trimester. Stand on the knees. Keep the feet hip-width apart. Place both hands firmly on the waist for support. Inhale, gently lift the chest and lean slightly backward. No force, no pushing. Do not drop the head back. Come back slowly with control. Ustrasana expands the chest and lungs, improves posture and breathing capacity, reduces stiffness in the upper back. But remember, avoid completely in the third trimester, as it creates pressure on the abdomen and spine. Third posture, cat and cow pose. Marjari Asana. Now let us move to cat and cow pose, practiced on all fours. Inhale, drop the belly slightly, lift the chest and tailbone to a cow pose. Exhale, gently round the spine, chin towards the chest to a cat pose. Move slowly with the breath. Repeat 5 to 7 times. Cat and cow pose improves spinal flexibility, relieves back pain and stiffness, enhances coordination between breath and movement. This posture is safe till the end of the second trimester. In the third trimester, the pressure on the abdomen may increase, so it should be avoided or practiced only under supervision. Lifestyle awareness. Choose movement over sedentary living. Pregnancy does not mean inactivity. Maintaining a normal daily routine, light household work and gentle movement is far healthier than a sedentary lifestyle. Wear flat and comfortable footwear. Walk 20 to 45 minutes daily. Avoid long hours of sitting or lying down. Movement improves circulation, digestion, mood and sleep. Mental health, meditation and yoga nidra. Physical health alone is not enough. Mental calmness is equally essential, so as the importance of meditation and yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is guided deep relaxation technique that reduces stress and anxiety, calms the nervous system, and helps in emotional balance during pregnancy. You have to make sankalpa or resolution during yoga nidra, while in deep relaxation, gently use the affirmative sentences like "My baby is healthy and safe," "My delivery will be smooth and natural" for Sankalpa practice. These affirmations work at the subconscious level, creating positivity and confidence. Gentle introduction to chanting. Before we begin chanting, it is important to understand one thing. A baby is a new soul entering this world, and the sanskaras or the impressions it receives during pregnancy shape its emotional and mental foundation. Daily chanting, listening to mantras or Bhagavad Gita shlokas create a calm, warm environment, positive vibrations for the baby, emotional bonding between mother and child. If possible, chant or listen to Hanuman Chalisa. preferably in Prabhanjanasana. It is Vajrasana with one heel folded and hands in Namaskar Mudra. This posture enhances stability of mind, courage and inner strength. Mahamrutyunjay mantra helps reduce fear of labor, build emotional strength, promote healing and protection. Listening or chanting even once daily is beneficial. Now, let us understand the importance of mudras. What are they and how they help? Before practicing mudras, it is important to understand what mudras actually are. Mudras are subtle hand gestures described in classical yogic texts such as Hatha Yoga Pradipika and Mudra and Bandha. Our fingers represent the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and space. By joining specific fingers in a particular way, mudras help balance these elements in the body. During pregnancy, mudras regulate hormonal balance, calm the nervous system, improve digestion, circulation and energy flow, support emotional stability and mental clarity. Mudras work at a subtle yet powerful level, making them very safe and effective during pregnancy. General guidelines for practicing mudras. Sit comfortably in Sukhasana, Vajrasana or on a chair with the spine upright. Keep shoulders relaxed and eyes gently closed. Practice mudras for 15 to 20 minutes once or twice daily. They can be combined with pranayama, meditation, chanting or yoga nidra. Breathe normally and remain relaxed. No force is required. Prana Mudra. Join the tip of the thumb with the ring finger and little finger of the respective palm, keeping the other finger straight. Prana Mudra improves vitality and energy levels, reduces fatigue and weakness, strengthens immunity during pregnancy. Make sure you practice this mudra throughout the pregnancy. Apana Mudra. Join the thumb with the middle and ring fingers of the respective palm, keeping the other fingers straight. Apana Mudra aids digestion and elimination, reduces acidity and constipation. But this mudra is practiced mostly in the 9th month because it supports downward energy, helping in smoother delivery. Vayu Mudra. Fold the index finger toward the base of the thumb and gently press the thumb over it. Keep the remaining fingers straight. Vayu Mudra reduces gas, bloating and joint discomfort. It helps with body aches and restlessness. Jalasurabhi Mudra. This mudra is performed by joining the middle finger and ring finger of opposite hands, while the remaining fingers stay naturally joined and relaxed. This mudra is very effective for nausea and vomiting sensation, especially in the first trimester. It helps relieve acidity and excessive heat in the body. It calms the digestive system gently. Chin Mudra. Join the tip of the thumb and index finger, keeping the other fingers straight, palms facing upward on the knees. Chin Mudra improves focus and breath awareness. It calms the mind during pranayama practice. It reduces anxiety and mental restlessness. Family support and postpartum awareness. Pregnancy and postpartum are sensitive phases. Family members should offer emotional support, avoid unnecessary pressure, and help the mother rest and recover. Postpartum stress is real. Understanding, patience, and care play a vital role in healing. Remember, pregnancy is not just about carrying a baby. It is about embracing motherhood with awareness, strength, and positivity. Practice yoga gently, meditate regularly, chant mindfully, and trust your body. If you have any doubts, message me directly. Do share this series with anyone who may benefit from it. Thank you for being part of this beautiful prenatal journey. Take care, stay mindful, and stay connected.